Well, stocks are mixed heading into the final hour of trading, but after the bell, big day for big tech as we're going to get earnings results from Apple, Amazon, Google, and Facebook. I want to bring in Nicholas Wealth Management's David Nicholas. And David, all eyes on these companies. What's your expectations?
Yeah, coronavirus has obviously impacted the broader market pretty significantly in terms of earnings, but tech's gone relatively untouched. I mean, good news for the broader market is 85% of companies reporting are beating bottom-up estimates. The problem is we could still be seeing a 40% decline in overall S&P earnings, but tech, the story is completely different. So I'll tell you, if it wasn't for tech, if it wasn't for the Federal Reserve, we would see this market down 40 to 50% still. So my outlook for tech is positive today. I'm buying names like Google and Amazon into the close today. So if you're looking for a longer-term hold, I like those two names right now.
You brought up Amazon, and Amazon Web Services, AWS, has always been a big driver of earnings for the company. I mean, even in that long statement, Jeff Bezos even talked about the fact that they didn't make money for so many years. But also, I'm curious to see, 38% of online sales are Amazon. And during the pandemic, this is going to be really where we get a true sense of how well they did. But he said yesterday, don't discount their competition, Walmart and Target and other companies that have really gotten into that online space.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. E-commerce is here to stay. When I just look at the changes in our own family, my wife has not been to the grocery store since March. It's Amazon, but also Target is a competitor of that. I think where Target wins here is my wife, we can order something in the morning, 2 hours, she can go and pick it up from Target. Amazon is not there yet. So I think they're going to lose some ground there on the same day sales. But again, for Amazon, their expenses were heavy in the second quarter. I don't think we're going to see that going forward. E-commerce is here at the expense of the small businesses, unfortunately, but we're going to continue to see upside growth for both the cloud and also for their e-commerce sales for Amazon.
You mentioned Google. I want to ask you, again, going back, because we heard from the CEOs yesterday, now we're going to hear from the companies. What did you make of Sundar Pichai's testimony yesterday? He got a lot of questions about their work with China.
Yeah, I think this is a big argument that a defense that a lot of these tech names are going to have to make. I think I think some of these companies have been too easily swayed to do business with China without demanding China agree to certain stipulations in regards to human rights, in regards to privacy. So I think they've got some challenges there. But as a stock, from an earnings standpoint, I think ad revenue is going to continue to climb for them. I think we saw their worst moments back in March. So overall, there's still work to do from a PR standpoint, but I think the earnings of the company are going to be strong.
And Apple, same kind of question. I think there's going to be a lot of questions today from the analysts on the call about their facilities and their production lines coming out of China. As our relationship with the Chinese deteriorates, what does that mean for Apple? And I'm wondering if they're going to answer that.
Yeah, I'm sure, Tim, they're going to try to possibly stay away from that if possible. But I think those are the right questions to be asking. We as consumers, we should be demanding that they make those changes because I think there's a narrative changing here that products need to be, one, brought home, made in the U.S., but also with human rights abuses like we're seeing in countries like China. There's lots of nations that are readily willing, have the capacity to build these phones and build this infrastructure. So I think Apple needs to start looking at that going forward.
Are you really quick? Are you still buying these names?
I'm buying Amazon and Google today, and I also like Microsoft. Facebook, I think, has some challenges, but those are the names I like.
All right, David, really good perspective. Well, all eyes are going to be on these big names after the bell. David, thank you for your perspective. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, Cheryl. Thank you.